welcome back to the NCBFX channel, and as you guys can probably tell by the thumbnail, I'm actually going to share my story over the past like two to 3 years, like throughout my Forex journey, and as well as my past life, not past life, my childhood basically. So the reason I'm doing this is actually because I believe that it's very important that you guys actually know where I came from, who I am, what do I believe in, and my past experiences. Like, you guys might even like get some good info out of like my childhood. But anyways, before we get right into like my whole life story, right, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and turn on that bell, because big things, good videos, and amazing challenges are gonna come up ahead, and you guys do not want to miss that. Alright, let's go.
My dad's make it hurt.
So growing up as a kid, I was actually a very simple kid. You could like probably ask my parents, like I was like no way a problematic child. I was like the easiest child to deal with. I wasn't a baby that was like crying all the time. I wasn't like asking for random things. This is because like my parents actually brought me up to actually live a very simple and content life. Like, I would be happy with like the smallest thing possible. I remember when I was a kid, like growing up, I didn't have much of like birthday parties. Birthdays weren't something that my family actually like renounced or celebrated. But one birthday in particular, they did have a grand celebration. Well, grand celebration for me, where I actually received a lot of gifts. But all these gifts were actually relatively simple to what kids are like freaking getting these days. I've seen kids like get massive Lego sets and amazing remote control cars, like, and even like iPads. Like, bro, I grew up a time for all of that like was even like considered normal as gifts for like children. But regardless, I was still happy of like what I got. And I remember this particular birthday, I actually got a old skateboard. It was actually a second-hand skateboard because my mom loves thrift shopping, and she would get all of this like second-hand stuff like for a relatively cheap price. So I actually got that green skateboard. Like, even though it wasn't brand new, it was actually something I really appreciated because I wanted to start skating at the time, and it didn't matter of what my mom paid for it. Monetary value had like no place in my mind, because my parents brought me up to actually appreciate like the simple pleasures of life. Because guys, let's be honest, gifts is not always all about like how much they cost, or like, you know, it's actually more about the thought. It actually feels already great that someone's already thinking of you, like to actually even give you a gift. So you should be grateful for that. Moving on, I actually ran through the normal school life. I went to kindergarten, primary school, and even secondary school. So I actually completed what normal students are supposed to go to, right? And throughout my high school life, I wasn't the brightest student ever. You know, I wasn't like the smartest kid in school or in class even. I wasn't like the sporty dude. I was actually kind of chubby, you know, as a kid. Honestly, I was quite a troublemaker here and there. And although I was a troublemaker and wasn't like the smartest kid in school, I actually did fairly well. Like, even though I was average, I did fairly well. I wasn't like completely dumb, you know. I actually had knowledge in my head, and I could understand concepts here and there if I wasn't too lazy to study. Because during my like childhood, I actually hated studying. I completely hated it. Like, I didn't want to even read a book. I hated reading, I hated studying, I hated like anything related to like education at the time. I actually enrolled in a local college in Penang, Malaysia, where I actually studied A-levels in hopes to get good results and travel to France, my mom's hometown, to fully study like a professional engineering degree. So the first semester of A-levels was actually relatively easy because everything was in relation to what I actually studied in high school, like things like maths, chemistry, physics, the basics, right? So first semester was absolutely like a piece of cake. Everything was the same thing as what I did in high school, but when it came to the second semester, like things started to pick up like super freaking fast, like it was too fast. Like lecturers were going too fast, you know, and I couldn't catch up. I felt I was freaking falling behind like really badly. And to add on to that, like during the time I was actually also bodybuilding, where you know I wanted to improve my physique and become healthier in general. And I actually started working out relatively at a young age. I think, if not mistaken, it's either 14 or 15. And during the time of like the second semester in college, I actually wanted to push myself in any way possible to achieve like my physical and like workout goals. So I then decided to actually join a local like bodybuilding competition. So this is something that was really actually quite pressuring, because you're gonna put yourself up there on stage, right, in front of like so many people. You would want to absolutely look your best. Because of that, I didn't have much time to study in college either. So I decided, you know what, screw college, I don't like it. I never liked studying, right? All the topics that lecturers were teaching, I didn't feel like it would have any implications on my life, and I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna skip class. So I skipped class and I was spending like pretty much my whole day like at the gym. I was like working out in the morning. I used to work out four times a day. I used to go in the morning to like get my cardio in, and then I'll like head back, get a bit of rest, you know, just like chill out. And then I'll come in the afternoon for like the main workout, whether it was like tricep, back, arms, shoulders, traps, whatever it was. And then after that main workout, I would actually take another short break and then like hit some cardio again to like lose the extra fats in preparation for the competition. And right after that, I would actually go hiking to like get in even the extra work. So like work ethic wasn't something that was an issue for me. I felt like if I really wanted something, I'll work my ass off to get it. So although I didn't win anything throughout the competition, I felt like a sense of like proudness in myself for being able to like put myself on stage. Like I never thought that was even possible for myself, but proved myself wrong. I still did it, and geez, I achieved like the best condition of my life. I believe I was like at 6% body fat. During the time, I felt freaking happy that I was able to achieve this, and I actually decided to have one of the toughest conversations with my parents. I decided to tell them I didn't want to continue college. I want to go off on my own, the unconventional way, and like find success down my own route. It's not a conversation that is easily taken by parents, especially when they've already paid the tuition, right? Dropping out halfway is like wasting their money and like making them worried, because going the unconventional way does not guarantee you a job. But thankfully, they actually put trust on me, put trust on my goals and dreams. Like they knew I wasn't dumb. Like generally I wasn't dumb. I was able to like freaking solve problems here and there. I wasn't dumb. So like they trusted me, and they said, hey, you know what, we trust you. We're gonna support you, and then we want you to like give it a try. Due to the immense trust and belief that my parents gave me, I decided, you know what, I gotta find something that like freaking outbeat any engineer, doctor, or anything like. So I started like finding ways to actually like make cash, make hard, good cash. This is when I stumbled across a network marketing company that was initially selling Forex investments, where investors would invest money into a fund and that fund will be traded by a professional fund manager, and the ROI, the return of investment, will be delegated, and there's profit sharing and so on. Although I did not learn trading itself from this networking company, it actually exposed me to so many good things. Like I'm like forever grateful for them, because through them I was actually introduced to the idea of entrepreneurship and also reading. Honestly, like I said, I did not like studying, I did not like reading, I've never read a book in my life, but because I joined this company, I actually started like to freaking read books. Like the first book I've ever read was like The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, like Law of Attraction, right? That book really opened up my eyes to like the world, where I realized that it is possible to actually like manifest things that you want, your goals and dreams, whatever you want a new car, you want a new house, all of it is possible. So that actually gave me a motivational boost, and decided, hey, you know what, I got this, I'm gonna push hard. Moving on to that, I actually didn't stay long with the networking company. Like I stayed roughly 1.5 years, and I decided, hey, you know what, I feel like I could be doing something more. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna try to trade on my own. So this is where I actually started trading. I took my savings, around like $100. I didn't have much savings at the time. I was like spending money, splurging, freaking Starbucks, and like going out. I took whatever I had, like $100, and I put it into like a brokerage account. I opened up an account, first time in my life, and I actually started to kind of like scour the internet like on how to trade, and I heard something called about indicator-based trading. So like indicators like the RSI, the moving average, the MACD, or I completely forgot about all indicators. I don't use indicators now. I'm purely price action. I'm not saying indicators don't work. It's just it doesn't fit my vibe. You know what I mean? It doesn't fit my vibe. And from there, I actually said, you know what? I'm just gonna like combine a bunch of indicators. It's gonna tell me when to buy, when to sell, when to get out, when to get in. It's just gonna tell me everything. I'm just gonna be like chill, right? I started trading with a bunch of indicators that I've combined together, and the first trade I ever took actually ended up in a profit. I was like, whoa, bruh, like, did I just like freaking sit down right here, look in the chart? Freak, the chart's off. Got a arrange freaking settings on the laptop. But I was just like sitting down, looking at the charts, and I realized, whoa, and like also my phone, right? I was looking at the phone and the charts, and I just made money just sitting down without like freaking putting like hard ass work, my physical strength or anything to like earn the cash. Just when I realized that, hey, this might actually be easy, you know? Like I can just sit down, chill all day, take a few trades here and there, and then take whatever profits I have, go enjoy, splurge out, have parties, whatsoever. Yeah, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all. Reality like started to set in. Like I was making profit, right? Even though like they were like tiny amount of profit. Like I remember bringing up the account up to $130, which is technically 30% ROI. Like up to that point, I was like euphoric. I was like sky high. I was feeling like, yo, I just found a gold mine. Like I'm sitting, chilling, making money out of freaking thin air. Till reality set in. This is where I started like taking losses, because I didn't know what the frick I was doing. Like I look back at my trades, I didn't understand absolutely what I was doing. I was setting crazy stop losses. My risk management was out the window. Not like I even freaking had a money management plan. My psychology wasn't even freaking good, and like I didn't understand trends. Like what was a high low, or like high high, lower low, lower high. What is a bearish trend? What is a bullish trend? I have no idea what all of those were. My $130 account went back to $100. From there, I started went into negative, and in the end, guess what? Completely blew the account. Nada. Like gone. Absolutely gone. Zero. Or maybe it was like $3, but you can't physically trade with $3 because you don't have enough equity or margin to actually physically enter the trade. So yeah, that was screwed. Like absolutely screwed. Like, if this freaking whale was my account, completely gone, destroyed. But anyway, so this is when I told myself, hey, like trading might not actually be for you, the Forex market might not actually be for you, but since you've been reading a lot of books, a lot of entrepreneurship books, why don't you start off by like trying to start a business? Yeah, since you had the knowledge from books, right? So from there on, I actually tried to start up a few businesses. Like one in particular that I really remember was a project I started called a $1 Million Rock Project. So this $1 Million Rock Project is the main idea of the whole project is to actually take a random rock, a rock that you find in the streets, the rock you find in the bush, and then like find a way to like business scale it, like sell the rock, maybe get like what, $10 back, and from that $10 somehow business scale it all the way up to 1 million. So although the project was a freaking good idea and I did carry it out with like my friend towards a certain extent, it didn't really work out in the end for like a few reasons. And besides that project, I actually also wanted to start up a perfume brand. I started designing the logo, like testing freaking chemicals here and there, essential oils, like smelling all of that. I wanted to do, like I said, perfume brand. I also wanted to start up a shirt designing business, and I also started up a food delivery business. Now mind you, all of this actually happened during the COVID period. It was both a tough time emotionally and also psychologically and also financially. Like things were pretty much fucked at that time, you know, it's pretty much fucked. And I decided, you know what, this business wasn't even making me money. It wasn't something I like freaking liked. Like what do I like about perfume? Yeah, I like wearing them, but I like using them, but I don't really have a passion for perfume, nor do I have a passion for food delivery or anything else really. So I decided, you know what, screw all these businesses, I'm lost. I was just like purely thinking about money at that point, because I think during that time it was like about 1.5 years to 2 years since I left college, and I had nothing to show my parents. So my parents were starting to worry. They felt like, hey, was it a good decision to actually let our son drop out of college and like find his own way, because like it's been like 1.5 years to 2 years and he isn't really actually making money or anything, although he's like growing his knowledge and like professional speaking skills. He wasn't, yeah, son wasn't making cash, you know what I mean? So I was like chasing money during the whole period of like starting this business or like Forex, like trading on my own. So that's not actually the best mindset you could possibly have heading into any business or career, because if you were to be chasing money, you'll be pretty much heading down the wrong path, which is not the best way to go. Not at all. Take it from experience. So I decided, hey, you know what, close down on the business, and I decided to really sit down with myself. I decided, you know what, I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, hey Noah, what do you actually like to do in life? Like, what would you like still do every day, 24/7, but not get paid for it and still be happy? So I started thinking, started like reflecting upon myself, like getting to know myself better. And I said, hey, you know what, even though I like completely messed up my $100 trading account in the past, I still love Forex, you know, like trading in general. Like I don't know, it's just something I truly enjoy. So I decided, hey, you know what? I entered the market, I started taking trades without knowing absolutely shit. Like, I knew nothing, so maybe that's why I lost. So that's why I decided, hey, okay, let's just give this another shot. This is where I decided to actually draft out a plan, almost like a college course. I like researched what was needed to be a successful Forex trader. So I listed out like, okay, I needed to learn about what price action was, why is price moving up, what is fundamental analysis, what money management is, what is the proper way to actually like set the lot size with the appropriate risk. So I decided to like list down all the things I needed to learn, and I actually set like goal dates, like by when I need to like completely understand the topic on hand. So essentially I created my own course like out of the blue from what I needed to learn. From there, I actually did take a good like 3 to 6 months, not even trading, you know. I didn't even open up an account, I didn't put any money in. I just like sat home, or even if I was outside, I just like kept filling my brain with knowledge about the Forex market to truly understand what it really was. So throughout all that learning process, I actually understand like, hey, like this is the mistake I've been doing in the past. When I look back at my old trades, I'm like, dude, what the frick was I doing? It didn't make sense at all. I was setting dumb stop losses, just absolutely dumb trades, in and out, absolutely no reason, absolutely no regards to trend. After those 3 to 6 months of complete studying and indulging myself in all the knowledge there is to know about the Forex market, it came to a point where I felt like, okay, I have the knowledge now, why don't I try to put it into a real system? So this is where I develop a system, like based on all my knowledge, all my basically backtesting, and fully develop a system. From that system, I actually backtested it like over various pairs, all the possible pairs Forex market has. I tested all those pairs to see which pair really fit my personality and my trading system. From there, I actually looked at all the data I've collected from my backtesting, and I filtered out like all the pairs and only stuck with a few, you know, quality over quantity. From that backtesting, I was like, hey, you know what? I actually even run like a simulation on my backtesting results, and I say, hey, like this thing can actually freaking make money, you know, like based on the strategy. From there, I actually decided, okay, I have a strategy. I know that based on my simulator, I was creating crazy Excel sheets here and there, like homemade Excel sheets. I like putting personal touch to everything. So through this Excel sheet, I was like, okay, this thing can actually make me money. So I took the next step, which was to actually take my strategy into live market conditions. But I wasn't about to repeat the same mistake I did during the indicator-based strategy phase, because I purely jumped into a real account. But this time I decided to do things completely different. I wanted to really train myself psychologically and based on my technical skills to actually trade within my live market conditions. So from there, I actually decided, you know what, screw real life trading, I'm gonna try demo trading first. Although demo trading is not the same as live trading, as you're not putting your own hard-earned cash into it, so psychologically it is very, very different. It is still good practice, you know. It's good practice. You gotta learn to trade in real life market conditions, because during backtesting you are actually able to like forward price and then like, hey, I missed the move, like I'm just gonna go back and just like enter that supposed trade. So in real life market conditions, it's impossible to do that. Absolutely impossible. If price has passed your initial entry point, it has passed. That's it, you've missed the move. Wait for the next one. So I started demo testing. Although my demo testing at first did not work like fairly well, actually it didn't work at all. I started with a $50,000 demo account, and as I started trading, I wasn't making like good profits because psychologically I was still like kind of messed up with my past experience. So that 50,000 actually ended up to 48. I lost about 2,000 on the demo. It's not a huge loss in relative to the account size, but I still felt like, hey, I'm not profiting. There must be something wrong with my system. There must be something wrong with me. So it was kind of demotivating at that point as well. Even though it wasn't real money, I decided, hey, you know what? I'm still gonna push through. There must be a way to like actually make my system work as it should, like projected by the simulator. So I actually decided to go through all my trades. I started like noting down all my trades, journaling how I felt like psychologically and physically. Was I tired? Did I get enough sleep? Like, was I in the right mindset? Was I in a focused environment? Was there like distraction, noisiness, like all bunch of shit. I noted down every single thing, and like after the trade has happened, I actually looked back and I'm like, oh, okay, I did this tiny mistake. I entered at this point when I shouldn't have. I should have waited for that engulfing candle, or I should have waited for the retest, or I should have been in a focused environment. So from all of this like data gathered about my trades, I figured out, hey, okay, the only thing I have to do now is actually just freaking fix my mistakes and should be good. I actually stopped losing and was able to bring that account that I lost like 2k on back to 50k. It came to a point like after I brought it back to break even, I was like moving up above and like coming back below. So I was like playing within this range. I wasn't making crazy profits, but I wasn't like losing my account either. So I saw that as like a key improvement. Like, I'm not losing money anymore. I'm actually like breaking even right now. So as long as I keep learning from my mistakes and improving myself both mentally as a person, psychologically, and improving my analysis skills, I believe like I'm able to like take the growth to a whole nother level. And fast forward to today, which is where I currently am, the break-even point, I realized, hey, like my past story has been amazing. It has taught me so many things. Why not start up this YouTube channel? So this is why I actually start up my whole YouTube channel, is to actually share my story and give all my key experiences to you guys so you can learn from them and not repeat the same mistake. So if you guys actually missed my introduction video, you should definitely check it out because I talk about everything I'm going to do within this channel. So make sure to check it out. It's been a great journey. I'm grateful for everything that happened because I believe in one key thing in life, which is everything happens for a reason. Good and bad, it doesn't matter. Both good and bad happens to a certain person to make that person much better. Like, I hated studying, right? But because I hated studying and I wasn't the brightest student, I wasn't born a freaking Einstein with a like 200 plus IQ, probably had a different purpose in life. Everyone has a purpose in life. So studies didn't really work out for me. Like a lot of people like look at like conventional people who actually look at that as a bad thing. But because I wasn't that good in studies, I actually found a different path towards life where I'm actually freaking happy right now. Like, I'm doing what I love, and that just makes me happy. I feel I'm like living a millionaire lifestyle already because I enjoy waking up every day to the charts and like doing absolutely everything that I want. So that makes me content. Regardless, I'm grateful for you guys taking the time out of your day to actually listen to my story and join me along this beautiful journey. I can't wait for what's to come. There's so many great things like knowledge-wise, experience-wise, chart-wise. Let me turn on the charts again because it keeps turning off. I'm so pissed at that. yeah. So there's a lot of info and key knowledge that's gonna come up next. So like I said, make sure you guys freaking subscribe. Turn on the bell. It's such a relatively simple process. All you have to do is just scroll down, turn it on, make sure it's on, and like if you can squeeze in a little, like 1 or 2 seconds, turn on the light, like hit the like button, smack it. You know, like Uncle Roger say, smack it like you smack your children. How did Uncle Roger start getting into the Forex trading world? First he fried rice, now maybe he fried the chart. Hiya, niece and nephew. I'm just kidding, guys. Anyways, big things are coming up, especially the next video. I will be explaining, like, not only explaining but demonstrating how I actually currently analyze charts, and actually share my full strategy with full transparency with all of you. So you guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, make sure you keep hustling. Don't let anything stop you in life. Absolutely nothing in life can possibly stop you. The only thing stopping you from achieving your goals and dreams is actually yourself. Put yourself out there, put yourself in an uncomfortable position if you must. But just put yourself out there. Take that first step. It doesn't matter. Just do it, guys. Okay, just do it. Just trust me on this, okay? Trust me. You guys are like capable of so many great things in life. I believe in you. I know you guys believe in me. And together, we achieve our goals and dreams. Till then, see you in the next video.